Hi everyone, my name is Abdurrahman Gilal. In this short video, I'll be explaining you about recursion in Java. So let me briefly explain you what is recursion. Recursion is a programming technique where a function calls itself or a method calls itself in order to solve smaller instances of the same problem. It is a way to solve problems that can be broken down into smaller, simpler problems of the same type. So let me quickly start in typing it for you. So what I mean from this, let's say I'm making a method called say hello. Instead of printing hello every time, I'm going to make the method by myself. So this hello, I'm going to print from the method that is called a say hello, and I'm saying say hello. So let me run this program and it looks fine because it's fine that I am printing say hello. So now I'm gonna call itself. So say hello is calling itself. So now when I call this say hello, it means when it reach here, it's fine. It prints say hello. It prints hello guys. But as soon as I call this, so this program goes back here and prints say hello again and keeps moving on. Moving on. Let's see. So yeah, this is what we get. We got say hello printed few times, but then all of a sudden we started having problems, and that problem is basically going to lead us to certain situation in programming that is called stack overflow. And then stack overflow is a very serious problem, and then we have to understand that how does it work basically. So let me quickly draw it for you. When I'm saying stake, basically I'm saying this. Okay. So when I'm saying stake, so when this is, let's say a main is a main method. So whenever any method is being called, so if you see this one, give me a second. So let's see if you see this one. So man is calling hello. So what will happen here as soon as we say hello, so this will go into the stake of man. So let's say hello, and it's still here and it's open to go. And then we realize that our program has called another say hello. So this one was not done because this is just the body of this method, and the main will not let it go somewhere else until this body is finished. That's a very basic and fundamental understanding. So if this hello is not done, say hello is not done, this one, then this will come. So now when this comes, so what happens? That it makes another call that is called say hello. So now this say hello and the second one is not done. It calls back another say hello, and it keep moving and it causes the problem called stack overflow. And this is what we have to handle. If we don't handle this, this is going to create serious problem for our program. So for example, this was the one I was talking about, stack overflow error. So how to solve this and how to handle this, we have to add a statement or a case that is called a base case. Let me quickly draw it for you, that how can we add the base case now. So when I say like this is my program that has to be basically controlled from the base case. So now I'm going to create a base case. This is my base case, my base case. So now I'm saying that from where I will receive the number, basically I will receive it from the caller. So anybody calls me, so they have to, you know, give me some number that how many times you want to print the hello. So here you have to control the base case. If you do not basically, I would say, if you do not control this, this is going to create more severe problems because this statement has to have some movements or some controls. If not, then you will never end the problem. So yep. And then I say else, then else, what I mean from else, I say when it is not true, then this one just returned. That means this is my ending of the program. So how many times now I want to print the message? I say I wanted to print it 5 times. So as soon as I hit, I have 5 times printed. If I wanted to say 2 times or 3 times, let's say, so it's gonna be Three times printed now. So this is very simple, that we did not use any loops, but we got iteration like a loop. So now we could see that instead of using loops, we can use the recursion. But we should remember one thing, that the recursion basically is based on, function that is, a stake of that main method you uses, and it creates the stakes of, function overhead. So what I mean from this, that for example, the say hello has its own memory allocation stuff coming from this. For instance, if this was a part of the any object, so it will be occupying different memory, and it can actually occupy more space than just using loops. So we can print the same thing like printing hello for two times or three times instead of calling the recursion. So that's why sometimes like when to use a recursion is very important. So we have certain problems which we can divide into smaller units. And those smaller units are basically taking help from other smaller units. For example, we have a factorial problem in from maths. So in the factorial problems, we can divide the solution into smaller solutions, because we know that factorial problems is basically every number is multiplying with the second number. And sometimes we have a family tree as a problem. So every, like, if we have five kids from our parents, so parents will be repeating again and again. So in this type of situation, we may prefer to use the recursion instead of loops, but we should keep in mind that the loops are effective because they are constructor from the programming languages, which means they are, sorry, structure, not the constructor. So they are structured from the programming languages, so they occupy the defined memory within the stake. So for instance, this main is being called, so main will be using its own memory. So we will have not a stake overflow. And then situation can happen that even if we have the base case, this may lead us again for the infinity. For example, what I'm saying is that let's say if I wanted to print this 1000 times, so this program will be fine, will not have any error. How about I print it for 10,000 times? So this program is fine. How about I print it for 100,000 times? So now we have the same problem that is called stake. So the stake has different spaces in the, memory. So this may create as another problem. So it depends the situation that you're working in. If you wanted to focus that the code readability, or it should be looking concise, so better we use recursions. But if you think that the problem can lead us to the huge number of iteration, then it is possible that we can use loops because they are effective in memories. I hope it makes some sense. If you got any questions or queries, please do not hesitate to drop me the comments. Thank you.